Hi friends, and welcome to your 20-minute power flow. My name is Michaela and I'm so excited to be guiding you through your practice today. We're going to have a lot of fun with dynamic movement, creative sequencing, and both opportunities of feeling out expansion and strength within your body, within your practice today. If you want some music to listen to as we're flowing together, I've linked a playlist below. Hit play as soon as we're on the mat, and I will see you when you're ready. Alrighty, if you've got the playlist ready, let's hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. And we're gonna get started lying down because that's a great place to start. Unless you wanna start seated, you're obviously more than welcome. It's your practice, you decide what feels best. But if you're coming on down with me, lie on your back and then ground your feet as wide as the mat. So knees are bent, feet are grounded, and let your knees drop in towards one another. And just feeling out this little bit of space across your low back. Maybe hands rest on your belly or your rib cage to notice the flow and the rhythm of your breath as you arrive here. And maybe trying to even slow it down a little bit. Ground yourself in this moment by taking a full breath in and a big sigh out. That first deep breath feels so good. Let's do another one. Inhale. Big exhale. Awesome. Now open your arms into a cactus shape and just separate your knees from one another. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, drop your knees to the right side and shift your gaze to the left. So your feet are still as wide as the mat, and this is a bit of a spinal twist, but you're also going to feel a lovely stretch in the front of your left quad and your left hip flexor. Feel free to rest your right ankle on top of your left thigh just to add a little bit more depth to that stretch, as long as it feels good for your left knee, okay? Just check in with that space. Take a big inhale and exhale. Yeah, now wiggle your right ankle off of your thigh if it's there. Guide your legs back to center. Breathe in. Exhale, drop your knees to the left side and shift your gaze to the right. Notice if this variation feels good and choose to stay if it does. Otherwise, you might rest your left ankle on top of your right thigh, just above your knee. And feel into this stretch. Breathe into this space. Take one more deep inhale and exhale. Good. Ankle comes off of your thigh if it's there. Guide your legs back through to center. Heel toe your feet in line with your hips and cross your right thigh over top of the left so that your thighs are fairly close towards one another. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, start to lift head and shoulders up off the mat and try to guide your knees a little bit closer towards your forehead. Good. And then slowly lower feet down, head and shoulders lower. 2 more, slow and controlled. Exhale slowly to lift, curling in, wrapping your rib cage in. And slowly lowering down. Yeah, smooth, controlled motion, finding that strength within your core. Hug your thighs towards one another and then slowly lower it down. Nice. Keep your hands behind your head. Bring your right foot down. Left thigh over top of the right. Keep your thighs close together. Inhale. Exhale, curl and lift. Inhale to lower. Good. Exhale, curl and lift. Feel into those shakes, those little quivers, letting your body work for you. One more, lifting up. And inhale to lower. And bring the left foot on down. Hold on behind your knees. Take a few forward and back rock and rolls along your spine. And when you come on up, land with your legs in a diamond shape. Bottoms of your feet touch, knees open out wide. Have your hands on your shins. Take an inhale breath, lift up through the top of your head. And exhale, start to hinge forward and fold over top of your legs. It might feel nice if you'd like to bring your arms underneath of your legs, palms of the hands flip open, and just feel that stretch throughout the entire back line of your body. Let your head drop heavy. Stay here for one more intentional breath. Good, and then slowly release, come all the way back up, swivel the legs back in behind you, and meet me in a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under your hips. Let's move the spine a little bit. Inhale to drop your belly, lift your tailbone, lift your chin. Exhale to round through your spine and tuck your chin into chest. Good, let the movement be paired with the breath. Inhale and exhale. One more big breath in, front body is opening up. Exhale, feel into that space in the back body. Good, now come to a neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up, reach them all the way back, but don't move your feet. Okay, keep them exactly where they are. So downward facing dog just for a moment. Your knees can definitely have a bend into them. And then we're slowly gonna shift forward, bend your knees, and land in a hovered tabletop. So your knees don't touch the mat and your hips are right in line with the shoulders. Slowly lift the hips up, reach them all the way back. Downward facing dog, feel that length in your spine. And little ripple forward, start to bend your knees, leveling out the hips and shoulders. Knees hover off the mat. Hovered tabletop. Good, one more like this. Hips go up and back and slowly forward. Bending the knees, hover, hold for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Send your hips up, reach them back, downward facing dog. And now feel free to find a little bit of movement. Maybe pedal out your heels, shake out your head. Maybe taking your stance a little bit wider. What feels best for you? Big inhale. And a big exhale. Send your gaze forward and walk your feet up to meet your hands. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Let your head drop heavy. Take an inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, lengthen out through your spine. Exhale, fold, completely release. Inhale to rise, use your strong legs to reach up, gaze goes up. Exhale, forward fold, melt it all the way back down. Halfway lift as you breathe in, draw your low belly towards your spine, and exhale, plant your hands, step it back, find your first plank. Now you can be on the toes or you can always bring it down to your knees. Okay, as long as you feel strong in your core and no pressure or tension in the low back. Good, lower halfway or all the way, Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows close to your side body. Inhale to lift your chest, baby cobra or upward facing dog, grounded into the tops of your feet. Exhale, start to push the floor away, lift your hips up, reach them back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Good, one more, breathe in and breathe out. Send your gaze forward and come to the top of the mat once again. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Feet are right in line with your hips. Now start to bend your knees, send your hips back, reach your arms forward, lift your chest. Find Utkatasana, chair pose. Maybe arms start to lift up overhead. Deep hinge of the hips back. Big breath in and big breath out. Good, now forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, reaching through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale to rise all the way up, stand up, reach, and exhale, fold, just shifting, moving that energy throughout you. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, ground your hands, step it back, find your plank of choice from toes or knees, and we're gonna add a little spice to this one, okay? I'm gonna bring my knees down for it. Feel free to as well, only if you want to. Bring your right hand to your left shoulder, and then bring it back down. Left hand to right shoulder, bring it back down. A halfway push-up, halfway chaturanga, bend your elbows down halfway, press it back up. Now lower halfway or all the way. Good, inhale to lift your chest, baby cobra or upward facing dog, using strength in the back line of your body. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up, reach them all the way back, downward facing dog. Just starting to feel a little bit more heat move throughout the body and that energy flow. Feels so good. Let's take a breath. Inhale and out. Gaze forward, travel to the top of the mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Let the head shake out. Start to bend your knees, send your hips down and back, reach the arms forward, lift the chest, Utkatasana, chair pose. Just take a peek down, make sure your knees are not moving in front of your toes, okay? Imagine you're sitting in a chair behind you. Nice. Inhale to stand up and rise, reach. Exhale, bend your knees, sink it back down, Utkatasana. 2 more, inhale, lift. Exhale to sink. 1 more, inhale up. Exhale, sink it down and forward fold, release. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, stand up, rise, reach. Gaze goes up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, bring it back down. You're doing awesome. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, ground your hands, step back, find your plank of choice. This is the last time we're gonna do this little spicy addition. So if you're in the high plank, maybe take your feet out a little bit wider. Right hand to left shoulder, bring it down. Left hand to right shoulder, bring it down from toes or knees, lower halfway. Push it back up, lower all the way or halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest, cobra or up dog. Exhale, send the hips up, reach them all the way back, downward facing dog. So good. 1 full breath and we keep things moving. Inhale and exhale. Next breath in, the right leg is gonna lift up, reach up, drive up with your heel and your toes point down. Slow shift forward, guide your right knee through towards your chest and try to ground your foot up somewhere in between your hands. Bring your back knee down, rise up, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Arms up overhead, shoulders stack over top of the hips. Big inhale. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Nice, now lift your back knee up, step your left foot up to meet the right, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana, bend your knees, lift the chest, lift the arms, sink your hips down and back. Good, now I want you to slowly rise into the right leg, bring your left leg up to 90 degrees. A moment of balance, of strength, really rooted into that right leg. Bring your prayer hands in front of your chest. Now slow and steady, there's no rush, okay? Start to hinge forward, send your left leg back and behind you, a warrior 3, capital T shape in the body. You can have a micro bend in that right knee. Think about a strong energetic line from the crown of your head all the way down to your left toes. Good, now keep the left leg straight. Start to lift your chest, plant your left leg behind the right, just a crisscross variation of the legs. Good. Reach the arms up, grab your left wrist with your right hand and lean over to the right side. Just a beautiful stretch through the left side line of your body. Inhale and exhale. Bring everything back to center, left foot to the left side and forward fold, let it go. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, find your plank of choice, lower through chaturanga, halfway or all the way, elbows close to your side body. Inhale to lift your chest, cobra or upward facing dog, your legs are nice and active. Exhale, send the hips up, reach them all the way back, downward facing dog. 1 full breath, inhale. Exhale. Nice. With your next inhale, right leg reaches up, a strong line from your heel down to your fingertips. Slow shift forward, right knee comes through towards your chest, ground your foot up, somewhere in between your hands, bring your back knee down. Rise on up, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Good, rooted in this low lunge, feeling into that front of the left hip. Breathe in and breathe out. Hands come down to frame your front foot. Lift your left knee up. Step your left foot up to meet the right. Bend your knees. Reach forward and lift the chest. Utkatasana, chair pose. Good. There's a bit of a theme to this class. Yeah, lots of chair poses here. Good. Grounded into those legs. Now slow. Stand up into the left leg. Right knee comes up to 90 degrees. Hold. No rush, even if you remember where we're going. Bring your prayer hands in front of your chest. Ground into all four corners of your left foot. Start to hinge forward. Focus. Pick one thing to look at just in front of your mat. Reach the right leg back and behind. Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Good. Keep that right leg super tight. Activate every muscle. It's going to feel lighter in your body once it's active. Yeah, now keep your right leg straight. Start to lift your chest. Ground your right leg behind the left. Crisscross the legs, arms reach up. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale and exhale, tilt to the left side. A beautiful sideline stretch. One more breath. Back through the center. Right leg comes back over to the right side. Forward fold, release it down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, ground your hands, step it back. Find that strong plank pose in your body from toes or knees. We lower halfway or all the way. Inhale to open up through the chest, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, hips lift up, reach them back, downward facing dog. Full breath in and full breath out. Nice. Now find your way down to a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Reach your right arm forward, bicep in line with your ear, and extend your left leg long back and behind you. Again, we're working with these strong, energetic lines in the body, fingertips all the way to the toes. Now stay here if it feels good. Think about low belly hugging in, or you might reach your right arm just 2 inches out to the right side. Left leg 2 inches out to the left side. Good. Embrace the shakes, embrace the wobbles. Bring the right arm back in line. Left leg back in line. Right hand comes down and draw your left knee in towards your forehead. Round through the spine. Inhale to reach and extend it long. And left knee comes down. Good. Move through the hips, through the spine a little bit. Some circles. Any sort of abstract motion doesn't have to be symmetrical. And come back to that neutral tabletop position. Left arm reaches forward, bicep in line with your ear. Right leg reaches long back and behind you. Again, imagine like you're being stretched out from fingertips to your toes. Hug your rib cage in. Stay right here, or move your left arm 2 inches out to the left side. Notice how that's going to challenge your strength and stability, okay? Maybe move the right leg out 2 inches to the right side. There we go. Left arm back in line. Right leg back in line. Bring your left hand down and bend your right knee, draw it in towards your forehead, round through the spine. Inhale to extend it out nice and long. Bring your right knee down. Sit back on your heels. Cactus shape your arms, open your chest. Inhale. Exhale, bring your forearms towards one another. Tuck your chin in the chest. 2 more. Inhale to open up. Exhale to draw it in. 1 more, breathe in. And breathe out. Yeah, nice. Land in a neutral spine. Roll the shoulders up towards your ears and back down. Breathe in and out. Come to take a seat. Bring your feet right out in front of you. Nice. So you're grounded right on those sits bones. Reach your arms forward and start to lean back just a couple inches, just a little bit. Maybe this is perfect for you today, or if you're looking for a little bit more fire, a little bit of balance mixed with strength, lift your right leg up. Maybe bring your left knee up. Woo, as well. You might need to lean back a little bit more. Navasana boat pose. Maintaining that length in the spine. Can you breathe as you hold here for 3? For 2, maybe close your eyes. And 1, ground your feet down, legs open to a diamond shape, and fold over your legs. Good. Take one more breath. Inhale. And exhale. And if this shape is feeling really, really good, you might hang out here a little bit longer. Otherwise, you might lift your chest. If finishing off your practice in Shavasana lying on your back would feel nice, take a few extra moments to ground there. You might take a moment to land in a tall seat, crisscross legs, or sitting back on your heels. And if it feels good, let the eyes close or just pick one thing to look at. Soften your gaze and let all of that sink in. One last breath together. Inhale deeply and exhale fully. Well, that is exactly what I needed today. I don't know about you, but I'm very, very happy, as always, to have you here moving with me. Thank you for joining me, my friend. I can't wait to practice with you again soon.